Hello, friends. Let's talk about preseason. Why not? Preseason is one of my favorite times of year. Just to see all the young people, just to see all the new signings, just to see the team again. Yeah, and it was a good performance. Obviously, this result does not matter at all, but I always like watching preseason. It's just the little bright spark before the season actually begins, and then we all fall down like the Audi Cup. Anyways, let's talk about some good performances. So obviously, it was a debut for Højbjerg, and he did pretty well. The main thing I will say about Højbjerg is that he was far more comfortable on the ball than I think a lot of us were expecting with the stuff going around about his pass completion rate and all that stuff. When he has time on the ball, he's actually great at distribution. He switched the play a couple of times. He was nice, crisp passing most of the time. Just really, really solid. That was the first debut, but let's talk about the formation itself, because that in itself was interesting. Lloris in goal, that's expected. I don't think he had a thing to do in the first half. Foyth, okay, how this is listed over here, I was like, okay, so Foyth is at right back, because that's usually how they list it. It's like right back, center back, left back, etc., etc. No, that was not the case today. Foyth was the right center back, and I thought he was pretty good. It was kind of, honestly, a typical Foyth performance. Like, he led to that second Sun goal, and it was a superb pass. It was like, that's what we all know Foyth can do. He's a brilliant, brilliant ball-playing center back, which is why we've trusted him at right back a couple of times. But he also gave the ball away once in a dangerous position. Look, that's Foyth. He needs to play more to sort that stuff out. I wish he played more than 45 minutes, honestly. But yeah, he did well. He didn't have much to do, let's be honest, though. Toby, wow, when he has time on the ball, he was like our orchestrator today. Just our little Christian Eriksen, our little quarterback. I love Toby spreading it around the play. He found Jedson a lot in the attacking right back slot. Really, really nice from Toby. I love his distribution. It's so good. Ben Davies, I thought he would be playing a center back today, but no, he was left back. He was solid, solid general Ben. Jedson. Let's talk about Jedson, because I didn't think we would trust him as a right back yet. He's played there once or twice for Benfica, and from what I've heard, he's not good as a right back, or he wasn't good as a right back. I thought he did pretty well today. Obviously, it's very low level opposition and a preseason, but he looked willing to run, he looked willing to cross, he had a few lovely deliveries, constant outland and attack. Sounds stupid because this was the role he was filling, but he reminded me a lot of Aurier in that position, which is a good thing? I don't know. But also he had some decent defensive contribution. He had a slide tackle in the box where I cringed a little bit, but then he got the ball and it was a fair challenge, and I was like, oh, thank God he can tackle in the box. I thought he was pretty good for preseason, and he looked pretty up to the task. He's gonna have to show a lot more before I think we should pay 40 million for him, or whatever the rumored price tag is. Get out of here, Benfica. That is ridiculous. Besides that, I want to say Dele and Son had a brilliant performance as well. I thought Dele looked so sharp in attack for preseason, just instinctually being able to know where the attackers are running in from and providing the 2 assists. I thought he was really, really good in attacking areas, and he seemed to be in his preferred role. So that was good. It was a good time. Son, it's nice to see him have his scoring boots on. Should have had a third, but wasn't meant to be. Either way, though, Dele and Son looked pretty dang sharp for preseason, just in terms of goal scoring instinct. You could tell a lot of players were tired. Similarly, Sessegnon. It's great to see Sessegnon score again. It's great for him to get some confidence back again. It was a pretty nice finish on his weak foot. I've not seen him score with his right. I mean, it was a pretty tame shot, but it was placed well. So there we go. And it was a goal. So there we go. Yeah, I thought after that he kind of trailed off a little bit, but he looked kind of tired. I think he played the full 90. So, fair him. It's good to get some running in the legs and stuff. But the main thing I want to talk about is obviously the second half. Ooh, man, I want to pull up because Alistair Gold, the man, the myth, the legend himself, said, yeah, Spurs midfield and attack are almost all teens. In the center are a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old. In attack is a 16-year-old with two 19-year-olds and a 20-year-old behind him. Add to that an 18-year-old left back, 21-year-old right back, and a 22-year-old center back. Toby Alderweireld must feel anxious. Yeah, I bet he does. It was really nice to see just some promise from the youth team. I watched the under-23 match versus Leyton Orient because I'm doing a FIFA series on that, and also it's good to see our youth players. It was nice to see some of the better prospects of the team go out. I thought Scarlett looked really bright. He was making a lot of runs. He was almost on the end of a Jedson cross. It was just so narrowly wide. Yeah, that would have been amazing. It reminded me of Troy Parrott at Bayern last year in preseason where he hit the post. Either way, though, I thought Scarlett looked bright in attacking outlets. He's only 16, though. Let's not expect him to be involved in the first team. I think this sets him up to be just in the eye of people, though, so we remember his name. Hopefully we do. I thought he looked pretty great. Cameron Carter-Vickers, USA represent. Woo. Anyways, he looked pretty fine. In distribution, he wasn't like superb. He pretty much just gave the ball to Toby, which he should do. But he looked solid. We're probably looking to loan him out or finally get a transfer for him. He's been on loan for like 4 years. It's highly doubtful he makes it at Spurs. But it's good to see him get a run out. Jamie Bowden looked good as well. He was only on for the last few minutes. He had a one shot on goal. It was tame, but I think he usually plays deeper than he did today. But either way, great performance. It was nice to see Jack Clark out. Jack Clark was a constant outlet on the right, and he was trying things. He was maybe it was actually him that crossed the ball for the Scarlet chance. Either way, he was pretty good. There was one, it was because he chested the ball down and then got a delivery into the box, and it was really, really nice. Dennis Sirkin, nice to see him. He was very solid. That's the first we've really seen of him. Very solid. Harvey White didn't have much to do, but, looked solid in possession. And similarly with Alfie Devine, he had like one or two really nice passing displays, but then one or two times his passing was a bit off. You could just tell that they wanted to make an impression, and I think a few of them really did on Mourinho, so really nice to see that. Hope we see more of them involved with the crazy fixture schedule we have. Besides that, we saw Joe Hart get a run out. Again, that is a weird signing. It makes a lot of sense, though. It really does. He's a few months younger than Hugo, homegrown rules and all that in the Premier League. And he's a solid keeper on his day. I think in the way Jose Mourinho plays, his goalkeepers do not need to be exclusively sweeper keepers. They're more focused on just shot stopping, which, as you remember, was why Joe Hart was not involved in Manchester City after Pep Guardiola came, because he wanted a sweeper keeper, and Joe Hart's not that. So I think he fits our play style. Gazzaniga, I love Gazzaniga. He's a character. on the field. But yeah, I think he's a solid enough backup. I hope to see all of them share minutes. It's a great goalkeeping trio. One would argue that the third string should be going to Brandon Austin or Alfie Whiteman, but maybe we're trying to get them on loan. It makes sense to get a very solid goalkeeping trio, and a lot of other teams do this too, so I'm not really bothered by it. And he's on low wages. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts. I'm rambling too much about preseason. I'm just happy to see the team back out there. Yeah, I hope to see some more transfer news soon. There's some stuff going on about Surge. I'm not really sure if I believe that. There was like one bad report that there was a fee agreed. I highly doubt that. Either way, it will be interesting to see what we do at right back because Jedson looked pretty solid there. Obviously, Skip, who trained there once or twice, is on loan at Norwich. He got 45 minutes the other day. Yeah, it's just going to be interesting what we do at right back. I'm very intrigued. On that, I wanted to see Foyth as a right back and Sessegnon as an attacking wing back because I feel like that's his future. He feels like that's his future, and Jose says that's his future, and I feel like preseason is the time to do that, but whatever. Either way, I'm rambling too much on about preseason. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like button if you did. I'll see you next time.